What's up, y'all? Tommy here. So today I'm going to be talking about how to go about getting your business EIN number. So if you currently have a business or you're planning on starting a business in the future, then you don't want to miss this. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So before I actually go into how to get the EIN number, I do want to first touch on what an EIN number is for some people who just have heard about it, but they weren't sure exactly why they need it. Okay, so you can think of an EIN number as your social, but for a business, right? So just like you have a social and you use it to, if you got to open a bank account or get credit, things like that, you always have to enter your social security number. That's the same thing with your business. You're going to need an EIN number for a bunch of different things to be able to really pretty much a lot of things financially related. You're going to have to have that number to be able to get that stuff done. Okay. So I just kind of giving you guys a few reasons here. Well, I'll be listing a few reasons of why I think that you need it. For example, if you plan on having employees, if you think that you're eventually going to hire employees, you must have an EIN number to be able to have employees. If you are planning on separating finances, which I think is very important, and I recommend that everybody do this. But if you want to separate your personal finances from your business's finances, then you want to make sure that you are getting EIN number, because whenever you go to open a business account, they're going to ask you if you have that. Okay. And if you don't have an EIN number, then they're not going to be able to work with you. Other things are going to be like, applying for credit, right? You're also obviously going to have to get a DUNS number, which is Duns and Bradstreet. I actually saw a whole series on getting business credit. So for those of you guys who are looking to build a company and then eventually be able to leverage credit and funding from other sources, then you'll want to tune into that series. I'll throw it down below in the description so you can take a look. But you're going to need a DUNS number. But the only way to get a DUNS number, right, is actually getting business credit. Okay, so they kind of go hand in hand with each other. Alrighty, and also I also linked to I did a whole video on an actual credit card that I recently signed up for. Two of them actually signed up for. I linked to them both down below. It's going to be the Wells Fargo business credit card, as well as the Divvy credit card. Okay, I'm gonna link to both of those down below. A review just showing you why I signed up for them and what I think is so valuable about it. So it's gonna be great for anyone looking to build a business. And another thing is government contracts. So if you in the future want to work for the government, which is a great opportunity where the government pretty much gives you a contract, right? They say, hey, we need you to build this warehouse for us. We're going to pay you 10 million to do it. Or, we need you to transport these goods from point A to point B. We're going to pay you X amount of money, whatever it is, right? Those type of contracts, you got to have an EIN number to be able to get access to those. Okay. So that's why you want to make sure that you are getting these EIN, you have an EIN number for your business, right? I mean, again, it's completely free, so I don't see why you wouldn't want to do it. And these are just a few of the examples that I'm naming, right? There's a lot more. You could really, if you just do a Google search, you'll find a lot of reasons why it's so valuable. Okay. Now I want to break down the steps on how to go about doing it. I'm going to try to add as many screenshots as I can to kind of give you guys an idea, but this is going to be an extremely simple process. Okay. Now, the funny thing is, most of the times businesses or companies will try to charge you to get you an EIN number, right? So you could pay something like $50, $100 just to have a company do the EIN setup for you, when it can literally take you a couple minutes and be completely free to get done. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to either Google search getting EIN number, or just type in EIN number IRS. Okay. Now I'll give you a direct link down below in the description where it'll link directly to the page where you sign up for the EIN number. If you want to just go ahead and click that link to just make it way easier for you. Okay. Now, whenever you go on that link, it's going to take you to a page where it's going to ask you a bit different pieces of information, right? For you to be able to get that EIN number as soon as possible. Okay. Now, for step one, you're going to have to say what type of business you have, right? Whether you're a sole proprietor, partnership, LLC, so on and so forth. Okay. I would assume most people are going to be an LLC. So that's going to be the option that you choose. And then based off of the option that you choose, they're going to have you fill out additional information, right? Basically asking you, why do you need an EIN number? And, that one's going to be easy. You either choose something like you're starting a new business. So if you just set up your business recently, then you can choose that option. If not, I mean, you could choose any of the options, right? There's one for banking purposes, which means you're trying to get a bank account. another great option. And there's a few different ones. So just find the one that most applies to you, and that's the one you want to select. Then they're going to ask you for your information on step 2, right? So that's going to be your personal information, right? They got to look you up and make sure, you know, they have to know who you are before they just link the business like that, right? So, or give the business an EIN number. So they're going to ask you your personal information that you're going to fill out as well. Step number 3, they're going to ask you about your business location. So you want to add the location of your business, right? And guys, if you don't have a physical address, you can just use the address that you use when you actually set up the business, right? Typically, whenever you set up a business, they're going to ask you, you know, do you have a registered agent? Where's the business located? So on and so forth. Just use the same address that you did whenever you fill that out, okay? Right, whenever you signed up with your Secretary of State. That's what I found is going to be the easiest, and you'll be able to do that and then continue from there. Now, step 4, you're going to need to enter the information of your business exactly. Okay, this is the part where you want to make sure that you're typing it exactly how it is. Okay, I had an LLC for my case, right, when I did it, and I made sure to type my business name exactly the same way that I saw it on my certificate of formation and the documentation I received from my Secretary of State. Because the reason why you want to do it exactly correct is because you don't want it to have any delays. Like, and we'll talk about it even more in a second. But the turnaround time for these things are really fast. Like, you can get an EIN number, you know, depending on when you're applying and how busy they are, you can get it even like the next day, have an EIN number. Okay. But it all comes down to making sure that you're typing this information exactly correct. That way they can find you immediately, right? They find your business and they're able to get everything set up for you. Okay. So make sure that you're writing your LLC information or your corporation information exactly the way it is. Then they're going to ask you just additional other details about the types of business you have. So this is whenever they're going to ask you stuff like, you know, what kind of business you're running, you know, is it retail? Is it, you know, they ask you all the different options, right? You just want to choose the option and kind of walk through. It's just going to be just general. They want to get general idea of what you do. Now, step number 5, what's going to happen is you're going to get to the confirmation page. And on this page, they're going to want to make sure, you know, they're just going to ask you how you want to receive it. Okay. They're going to give you 2 options, either online or mail. Guys, this is key. Do not choose mail. Do not choose mail. You want to choose online, right? They're going to give you the exact same document online, and it just makes more sense because you're going to get it a lot faster, right? And, you know, if you try to get it by mail, you're going to have to wait up to 4 weeks, right? So it could take them up to 4 weeks, a whole month for you to get it. Whereas if you choose the online option, they can send it out to you. I've seen it as fast as the next day. Like, I literally signed up for mine one day. The next day I got an email saying, here are your documents, so on and so forth, right? And so I'd recommend you choose online. That way, especially if this is an urgent thing, right? You're trying to open a bank account like as soon as possible. Then you choose online. You're going to get that EIN number, and then boom, you're ready to go. Okay, so that's the option I would say you should choose, and that's going to be pretty much the gist of it. Once you do that, you're submitting that form, and then they're going to take a look at it, and you should be good to go from there. Okay, now that's going to be the gist of how you can actually go about getting an EIN number for free. Okay, again, there's going to be a lot of companies out there who are going to want to sell you, you know, these services. They're going to say, hey, we'll do it for you. Literally, the steps I explained to you, what was that, 5 steps? Literally 5 steps. It's really that simple. It shouldn't take you more than 10 minutes to get everything set up. Probably even less than that. You know, I've done it for a few different companies that I have, and I've done it as fast as like 5 minutes, just running through all the pages. Okay, so I'd recommend that you go ahead and try these steps before you even pay another company to try to do it for you, and you should be well on your way to getting the EIN number. Now, if you're looking to build a business, right, and I've shot other videos that actually give you, you know, talk about other aspects of starting a business. I've shot videos on how to get a phone, right, a free way to get a business phone number, as well as my favorite way to get a business phone number. I've shot videos on how to build business credit. I've shot plenty of other videos related to just building a business in general. So what I'll do is I'll link to those videos down below, and that way you can take a look at those videos and be able to continue working towards building your business. Okay, so that's gonna be pretty much it for this video, guys. If you have any other videos you'd like to see, or you have any questions about this video in particular, be sure to throw it down in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to take a look at it. Alrighty, so that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Be sure you hit a like on this video and you hit the subscribe button down below, and I will see you at the next one.